What is up, everyone? We're here today with the Everwind demo. I think this came out yesterday. Played it for a couple minutes, but I really wanted to get most of my first impressions on video for the channel. I thought this was something a little different, something that might be fun. So let's get into it. So I know I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here, but there is this profile option with some character customization, so you can customize all sorts of stuff for your character's appearance. The demo does have co-op, so if you want to play with your buddies. This is open for everybody right now. It's on the Steam page, so it is not like I have exclusive code or anything. So if you want to try this out without spoilers, go ahead and close the video and try it out yourself. I would definitely encourage that. And good luck if you decide to do that. No hard feelings at all. But if you decide to stick around, I am going to play. Looks like there's only normal game mode. I'm assuming there's going to be like a hardcore mode and then some other difficulty settings in there. But I don't know exactly. I don't know a ton about this game, other than that it's kind of joked about as being Minecraft 2. I don't know if it's actually trying to be Minecraft or not, but I know kind of the premise is you go island hopping on an airship to get loot and improve your guy. It sounds really cool. It's got the general like voxel cubes, so it's going to draw the Minecraft comparisons no matter what. The game does look really cool. Let's see, kind of pretty typical controls. I don't want that on. Yep, keep the settings. And let's see what we got. We can put out the fire. Looks like there's a stamina bar. Pick this stuff up. I'm not sure what it's used for. Assuming some kind of crafting. Let's see if they've hidden anything up here. Those, I believe, are the capybaras. Like in the video on the Steam page, it always shows capybaras. So I don't know if they play a big part in the game, or if they just kind of, the developers thought they looked cool. This is kind of a unique animal to add in here. Ooh, I got really close to falling off. So let us explore. Collect what I can collect up here, and then I'm going to go down. Let's see what we get. Doesn't look like anything yet. So there's like that regular swing, and then there is a charge attack as well. But you can destroy these, collect as much of this wood as I can. I hear, and I would presume you guys do as well, I hear, it sounds like a monster. I believe it's a skeleton. So it sounds really similar to the zombies in Minecraft. Oh, I ran out of stamina. I can search in here. Definitely sounds like a zombie, but it is indeed a skeleton. So you can block, you kind of just hit him. He's using a power attack, I'll use a power attack. Okay, so if you press shift while going backwards, that's kind of a dodge. Pretty typical first person combat, I would say. It feels okay. Nothing like incredibly innovative, but I don't think you're playing this game, you're playing it for the combat. Okay. Let's see here. Tools. Okay, axes, wood, pickaxes, stone, shovels, loose materials. Okay, so your tool doesn't disappear when it's broken. You just have to repair it. Okay, that's interesting. Can we take this? You never know when you might need a good chest. I don't know how much content is in this demo. I don't know, I could be playing for 5 hours, I could be playing for 1. I don't know. Yeah, that is significantly faster than if we were going to dig the whole thing up with our pipe. Which makes perfect sense. Looks like some food items here. And this is probably going to be our first dive into crafting. Okay, so that's cool. So next to it, I didn't notice this. Next to it, it tells you which tool would be best to use for breaking it. Which is kind of nice. A cute little quality of life thing there. I don't know how much of this stuff is actually useful. Let's see, cooking station. Looks like you choose a recipe instead of putting stuff in there yourself. And get a minute fire there. Do a little bit of inventory sorting while we're waiting for this. We got our mushroom stew, which adds a healing effect. Our health is low. We'll go ahead and eat it, because why not? Alright, what do we have here? Check the chests, repair kits, and some copper. So it looks like it's going to be the same thing for here. We're going to need to burn something. Getting a minute out of these wooden planks isn't bad. It seems like we're a pretty good time. Okay, what can I make with those? Okay, this is just repairing. Wood sword. Did I pick up a wood sword? When I killed the skeleton, did he? Yes, he did drop a wood sword. I didn't even notice that. Does the same damage as my pipe. Okay. Sounds like something's going to try to attack me. I don't know if it pauses when I'm in a menu. It does not. Okay, good to know. Some armor here. We can equip that. Interesting. And then that's a recipe from the stand. The bronze ingot recipe. So we made copper. So now if we come back to the forge, yep, bronze ingot. Okay, well there's your progression system. If you were wondering about that. Right, let's go down here and take the skeleton out. Oh, two skeletons. They're both armored. With shields. Doesn't seem fair. Stamina lasts a good while. It's not like super incredibly heavy on your stamina management. So if you're not a Dark Souls fan, there you go. Level 2, let's see. Filling experience bar, you get a skill point that can be spent in the skill tree. Okay, so there's different branches that you can level up in. Looks like in the demo we only get the warrior. Let's see, not consuming arrows, increased melee damage, stealth, and then negative status on enemies. Okay, so even in the warrior, there's different builds that you can go for, which is nice. So there's more than just 3 builds. Looks like there's at least 3 different archetypes you can go for in just the warrior. I would assume that would probably be the same. Okay, I don't have a lockpick. I'm sure I can find one around here if that's... some kind of chicken? Or pheasant or something? I'm not a bird expert. Okay. Surely I can find a lockpick here. Does this explode when I hit it? What is that? Jelly fruit cooler. Gives me some stamina regeneration. Okay. Am I going to find a lockpick around here, or is this chest here for no reason? Or can I destroy the chest? I can, but it'll take a long time. took it from the skeleton. Wasn't even paying attention. Looks like we've got quite a few things here. Okay, let's look at... Okay, so the flying ships. Take the island core, take control of a flying ship, place and interact with its cockpit. Interesting, okay. Okay, so shields give you defense without having to block. Okay, I think all of that we looked at. And let's equip some of our new stuff. And what did we get? A stone sword is much better than our current sword. How do we equip the shield? Don't really see how we do that. Okay, starter compass. Always point us home. What happens if I teleport now? I haven't set it. Okay, it just teleports me back to the spawn. That makes sense. It's not really surprising. Is there a cooldown on that? Does not look like there's a cooldown on that right now. So that's potentially really powerful. Maybe just a kind of a quality of life thing. You know, this is always subject to change once we are no longer in the demo. Okay, I think that's about everything. Oh, equipping the shield. Is it here? Oh, duh, the big shield icon. Sure, you guys can rage at me in the comments section. Okay, so I see a boar, several types of birds. Is the boar aggressive? Doesn't seem to be. Does it fight back? Yes, it will fight back if we fight it. Okay, you get a lot of stuff for taking it out. Let's see what else we can find on the island before we go to the shipwreck. It's foraging for mushrooms. We already saw that we can cook with those. So we'll probably want to pick up as many of those as we reasonably can. I hear some kind of bird coming from back here. Some cattails. I wonder if it's like a vintage story. You can create backpacks out of those. Okay, so here's this pheasant up here. Alright, it is just called a pheasant. Sounds like a chicken. They do not attack me. Okay. Looks like a lot of stuff you can forage underground. And this was the only other animal I saw. Is the capybara. Which looks very friendly. But in the name of science, doesn't look like that attacks us either. Now we have a pretty good stash of meat for when we go restore our ship. Okay, that's just a wooden crate. Any like chests or anything over here? Oh, okay, okay. Looks like that inflicted a bleeding status on me. Just walking into that. Keep that in mind. A two-handed sword. Okay, so my shield's still equipped. But yeah, while I have the two-handed sword in hand, the defense doesn't add from the shield. A couple lockpicks, and there's our first bow. Again, we can't build into that to do anything in the demo, but we do know that it exists. So there are different types of arrows according to that tutorial. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, here we go. That's a different kind of animal. I wonder if I need a bow to take those out. Some metal scraps. Does that look like it needs a drill? The tool next to that. I mean, it's not a pickaxe or any of the basic ones. So I wonder if there's more advanced technology. I mean, we're gonna be on an airship, so I guess there's gonna be more advanced technology. What is this? Destroyed engine. Okay, we unlocked a wooden engine recipe. Very cool. So there's more ways to discover recipes than just finding them, I guess. I don't know how many things you're able to scan. It is interesting that that's at least an option. Looks like we're a little bit running out of stuff to look at. I'm assuming we're gonna find some arrows here. Oh. That's combat music, so what are we looking at? Hearing it, but I'm not seeing anything. Unless this is just like nighttime music or something? Oh, there he is. Okay. Looks like jumping does not take stamina. So is stamina only for combat actions, maybe? What do we get here? Wooden arrows, so we can try out the bow. Good, I was hoping to be able to do that. Yep, the only type of arrow we have is wood. Luckily we have these wonderful, wonderful, convenient targets over here. Oh, I can't take my bow back, or my arrow back. Can I not draw it all the way and do a lesser shot? Yes. I wonder if that does less damage. Is there a range on this? 4 to 5? I wonder if that's based on power of the shot. Can I craft arrows? Yes. I need a bunch of feathers and a bunch of sticks. Maybe I'll get some arrows before I leave. Skeleton warrior doesn't have any weapon. This should be no problem for us. Although some healing items would admittedly be pretty nice. Those poison us if we can't cook them. Oh, we can create... Yeah, we need to create some of this other stuff. Pick up a log and create a cooking station. Is this considered a log, or does this just get us wood? It's our forest log. So it looks like there's logs and then there's planks, and I'm assuming you can break logs down into planks. Yes. Make blocks. Okay. It seems all fairly intuitive, all the crafting trees. I'm not going to spend a ton of time gathering stuff because I want to get through this demo. So I just have to swim out there? Got a boat, right? Yeah, I was getting a boat. solid. I'm really curious how these airships work. It's a really cool concept. I wonder if there's a very limited number of sky islands we can go to. Yeah, that's really cool looking skybox. Collect my boat back. Set up the cockpit to claim it. A couple of recipes. Oh, this is really cool. I guess I'm adjusting its speed. Don't feel like I'm moving forward at all, am I? Not moving forward at all. Why is that? I can just move up. Okay, we need fuel. That makes perfect sense. So we can add some of that. There we go. Now we're moving. Pick one of these islands over here. I guess this one straight ahead is as good as any of them, right? Or do we want to pick floating island? That might be a little more exciting than one of the ground islands. Let's go to this one with the question mark. I can see this being a lot of fun. I wonder why the balloons on that side aren't doing anything. Okay, so I can't just kind of set a course and then get off. It doesn't look like all the moving done anything to make it use more or less fuel. Pretty much just fly straight at this point. Is that another ship down there? Another one down there? I wonder if you can spawn at any of these islands for the demo. Or if that's just part of the upgrading your ship from the tutorial. Already a very different looking island than the first one that we started on. So I think that's a good sign that we at least get some diversity. I see some structures. What happens if I just ram into this island? It doesn't look like really much of anything happened. So let's shut our generator down. see what kind of structures we have here. So I saw a couple different ones. Start with this small one over here first. I don't see any animals on this island. Skeleton emblem. Does the skeleton? Oh, this skeleton's much stronger than the last one. Okay, we were not really prepared for this. They are much stronger. Okay, when I die, am I going to lose all my stuff? Because I am going to die. Jumping into that tree is not helping. Let's see if I manage to escape this. I did get some health back. I wonder what causes that. They also definitely seem a little bit buggy. Let's see if I can take advantage of that. I don't... Save me, bugs. No, not completely. Inflicted some kind of frost effect on me. That's interesting. Good damage on that power attack. Ooh, I'm one hit. So's he. Oh, okay. All of that. We wanted to see what happened when he died anyway. I'm curious how much of my... Okay, it looks like I kept pretty much all of my stuff. Return with 25 HP. Any non-permanent buffs will be lost. It doesn't seem like there's a huge penalty for dying. Did I pick up any stuff from them? I had arrows I could have used. Guess let's get our level up really quick. Sure, we'll go for our melee. I wonder if there's any drawback to just building a campfire and cooking on the ship. Yep, this guy's still here. Should still be one hit. I mean, that did get us a couple good levels. Coconuts, can I eat these? Doesn't look like at this point I can. There's a guy here. Let's see if we can sneak up on him, maybe. Can we do a sneak attack? That did not work. Yep. These guys are a lot tougher than the ones on the tutorial island, that's for sure. Okay, it would probably help if I healed myself first. So let's get that done. Oh, we have these blueberries I can heal myself with. Doesn't heal a lot. But it's better than just being a constant victim to these skeletons. Okay, let's see what else we have, and then we'll probably see about hitting up one other island. But I want to encourage people to check this out themselves, so I'm not going to explore every single island in this video. Well, it's just for the sake of time. Okay, so we built a bunch of stuff. I want to try and place all these blocks on my airship and see if it has any limitations on that. So let's do that, and let's start moving to another one. Actually, should I chop some logs down first? That way I can also... let's see. Yeah, we'll make our cooking station. And let me start the generator burning. Let's move to a new island, and then we'll start experimenting with placing up the blocks a little bit. How about that big one? Might as well do the big one, For the really big one or the really high one? But I think we'll go with the really big one. Okay, let's see. Placing these blocks, we'll just let's do that. Okay, so there is some kind of limit. Is there a height limit as well? Are we falling? Yeah, so there is a height limit also. Not sure why we stopped moving. Okay, let's look at our max speed. 9 blocks per second. And if we destroy some of this, which of course... Oh, duh, I can just craft a pickaxe. This speeds us up at all. But I don't know if there are ways to increase. Oh, that's the really high one. No, it looks like still 9 blocks per second. I'm sure you could add more engines to upgrade everything. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Now, what if we started a second generator? Would that help anything? It does have both sides of the balloon going now, but it doesn't seem to help our forward speed at all. So maybe it will go up better? It's all just speculating. I obviously have not done a super deep dive into the mechanics on this game. Oh, if you fall off, you just teleport. Yeah, I asked on that other island what would happen. Fell off, you just use your compass and you teleport back onto the island. Or onto your ship, rather. This reminds me of... Was it Starmaid, I think the game was called? And it was kind of... had a similar shipbuilding system to this. I've never, like, seen anybody online talk about that game at all. But my cousin and I played it quite a bit, and we loved it. You guys know about Starmaid, let me know in the comments, because I don't know that I've ever talked to anybody who's ever played or heard of Starmaid. So if I hear that there's a lot of people that are like secret Starmaid fans, I haven't thought about that game in years, but maybe I should play that. This island's pretty disappointing, there's not much on it. The music did get a lot more ominous, though. Maybe that means there's stuff underground. What do we have here? Okay, copper. Okay, so you would still mine that. And then just to test my theory, oh no, I've fallen off the island. Teleport back while we're in midair, and there's no penalty if I actually hit the water. And the other question I have is there anything underwater? It looks like you'll probably just drown before you get there. I'm curious if there's anything on this little bitty island. Another ship there. There's a lot of these smaller floating islands. You could spend a lot of time just exploring the islands in this demo. I'm sure they've hidden some stuff. But just for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that in this video. But you feel like doing that, absolutely. Download the demo, do some exploring. What do we have here? Are these clams? Okay, well, on that note, we can teleport back to our ship. And that is Everwind, guys. This is, as far as I know, there is no release date for this as of now, but having this playable demo is probably a good step in the right direction. Seems like a blast. Maybe if you thought Minecraft didn't have enough of a focus, this might be a bit more of a focus for you. I don't know how I missed this earlier. But yeah, absolutely give this a try. Let me get killed by the skeleton really quick. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Usually I do Escape from Tarkov content if you are interested in Escape from Tarkov. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the release of Tarkov 1.0. Tarkov 1.0 comes out November 15th. If I successfully do that, I'm going to be doing a 12-hour stream here on YouTube. Probably Twitch as well, but it will be here on YouTube, so you don't even have to go to my Twitch channel if you want to watch it. Or every time I die, I'm going to be eating like a ghost pepper, some kind of ghost pepper item. It's going to be miserable. If I don't hit that 100 subscriber mark, I'm still going to do it anyway, but I'm not going to do it for 12 hours. It's going to be, you know, maybe 3 or 4 hours, because I don't want to punish people who are already subscribed if they think something sounds like an interesting idea, and then they, you know, they can't subscribe twice, so I don't want them to miss out on anything, just because, you know, I'm not pumping out enough content to get to 100 subscribers or, you know, whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm done rambling. This is Everwind. Check it out, and I will see you guys on the next video.